Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. To help keep this podcast free for you, we're partnering with Stokes Seeds. The 2017 Gardening Guide catalogs are hitting mailboxes everywhere. Request your catalog today online at stokeseeds.com or view virtual catalogs online. This fully secure site makes it easy to order your free catalog or your seeds or gardening accessories. More than just a listing of vegetable and flower seeds, Stokes Seeds' website is a complete resource center with valuable information on starting seeds, planting, and harvesting, plus all the gardening accessories you need to make your garden the envy of the neighborhood. Get growing with Stokes. We'll have more from Stokes Seeds in the next few weeks. Right now, today's question. You know, Fred, one of the little indoor things that always fascinated me, you'll see someone with an interesting little piece of driftwood or something, and they'll have those air plants on it. I guess Tillandsia is the official name for that, the real name for that. But tell us, how in the world does that work?
Well, Mark, they live under very different conditions. Now, let's just go with what we all know about, and that is the outdoor plants, that after the third year they're established and you can pretty much just leave them alone to Mother Nature, rains and so on, if you have sited them in the proper place. Okay. From there, then, we go to the aerophytes. These are plants, and I think orchids... Boy, I'm stretching out a little bit. But I think orchids are in that same basic category, but a different group of plants. They do not have their roots in water as we think of a plant in a pot. I don't mess with other than the Phalaenopsis or what is called moth orchid, just because I'm afraid I'll get I'll get too interested.
You're afraid you get hooked and spend too much money. I think
that's what it boils down to. But they pick up water out of the air. They all do have roots. Some of those in that same general grouping are bromeliads, and some of the bromeliads you actually water the center cluster of the leaves, let the water sit in there, and it's absorbed not through what we think of as normal roots. I call them refrigerator plants. Anywhere from a snail shell to a concocted vessel with a magnet on it. You can stick them on your refrigerator.
Oh, yeah.
Drop the little plant in, and every once in a while, be it once a month when you think about it, you take them over to the sink and wash them off, gets the dust off of them, and they pick up enough water to go on. On occasion, and it depends on the kind itself, or themselves as it goes, whether you would put water in the little container or not. If so, it would be darn little, so that the evaporation will be picked up by the leaf and root-like structure. They're just completely different. I tried one time, and it's a venture from what you were asking, but I had an orchid that was not, I'll call it just not happy in the pot. And I thought, well, in the tropics, they grow hanging from limbs, from behind the bark of a plant, tree, whatever, down in the crotch. I have a tree that has, a water mess, if you will, in between two major big branches. It does turn dry. It does collect water during a rain and then dries. And I put the orchid up there on top of this, and it loved the summer. It went back into a pot and indoors for the winter. So they just simply get water and nutrition from in a different way than our typical things here in Ohio.
And, the thing I think is most interesting is, this time of year when you can't get outside and you can't do anything, it's fun to try something new like that. Like if you haven't dealt with a little plant like that, it's fun to just because they're not expensive. You can go in and get one and get a fun little decorative pot and just have some fun with it.
Well, actually, and that is, I hope people understand as we talk each Saturday morning, that is the whole reason for this program, is to help you understand plants a little bit by specifics and or just generally, so that you can have fun with them.
And not be afraid.
That's right.
Because you're going to fail sometimes.
That's right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I look at it as if I was or whoever is a baseball player. If a baseball player bats in the 300 level, they are extremely well paid. As a horticulture or a person interested in plants, if you can bat 800, you're just really doing a good job. So if you buy 10 plants and lose 2 of them, that's kind of what's going to happen.
Once again, our toll-free number, if you'd like to join the conversation, 1-866-PLANT-TALK with 2 T's. We'd also invite you to go online and check out our podcast. You can go to planttalkradio.com and listen to past shows there, or you can go to iTunes and subscribe to our weekly podcast. Not only can you hear old shows, but we also have other gardening questions and some fun things on there. And we'd like for you to check out our Facebook page as well. Go on there and look at the bird video we have up. It's really nice. Coming up next, more from Fred.
Growing Today, Transforming Tomorrow is the theme at the Ohio Ecological Food and Farm Association's 38th Annual Conference, now in its new home at the Dayton Convention Center, Thursday, February 9th through Saturday, February 11th. This 3-day conference is Ohio's largest sustainable agricultural event, featuring keynote speakers Jim Riddle and Robin O'Brien. With nearly 80 workshops to choose from throughout the event, the OFA Conference and Trade Show has something for everyone. Learn more about organic farming, livestock production, gardening, marketing, business management, food and farm policy, sustainable living, homesteading, cooking, and much more. And don't miss out on the 4 full-day in-depth pre-conference workshops focusing on beginning farmers, soil health, fruit production, and pastured broilers. Early bird registration pricing is available now. To find out more about OFA and this year's conference in its new home at the Dayton Convention Center, go to oeffa.org. That's oeffa.org.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the podcast. Remember, your 2017 Gardening Guide catalogs are available now. If you want one delivered to your home, go to stokeseeds.com. For the best selection of vegetable, flower, and herb seeds available, go to stokeseeds.com. Cultivating successful growers for generations.